Hi, welcome back to our kitchen. Today we are going to make a cauliflower bold and spicy antipasto salad. Now, I really like cauliflower. Some of you don't. You could substitute broccoli. But first of all, what I want to do is the dressing for the salad because it's got to, the spices and everything have to melt together. Meld, I guess they say. So I went to the store the other day, and you know I have celiac disease, and I have to watch out for wheat, rye, and barley. So I have to read every label when I go into a grocery store to make sure that it's not in that. So what I did is I went to the dressing aisle, and I wanted to get the powder kind. And I looked at good seasonings, or good seasons, and I flipped it over, and it had wheat in it. So I said, well, that's not going to work. So right next to it, McCormick has a simple ingredient, just 5 garden herb Italian. And so that's what I'm going to use. It has garlic powder, onion powder, sea salt, herbs, and red bell pepper. So that's what we're going to use today. And I want to get it mixed up so that it can come together. And so I got I have a quarter cup of water, and I'm going to put that in there. Hang on a second while I get a spoon. I'm going to start mixing this up. And then I'm going to use red wine vinegar today. You can use white, you can use balsamic, any kind of vinegar you want to use. Okay, I'm going to shake this up in case it has some stuff in the bottom. And then I'm going to put 3/4 of a cup of oil. A 1/4 cup of vinegar, sorry. And then we're going to do 3/4 cup of, I'm going to use olive oil today. You can use vegetable, whatever you have, you can use. Okay. Now I'm going to mix it up again and set it to the side so that it'll come together. Just using the spoon to mix it up. And I'll set it to the side. Now we have our cauliflower to work with. You're supposed to have a medium cauliflower. Well, I got a large. That's what they had at the store. So I'm going to probably use half of it. I'm not sure yet. But what you do is you open it up, and it has these stalks on the outside, which are the leaves. And you start taking those off. They come off like this. And you go around until you get most of it off. You're going to cut off the stalk anyway, and that's where the leaves are coming from. Okay, now I have a big knife for this. I'm going to cut that stalk off of there. And I still have some leaves here, so I'm going to continue taking those off. And it has a stalk in the middle, core. So I'm going to go ahead and go around, and I'll come back in a minute to show you I didn't cut myself. It's all of it in this recipe. Then I'll have leftovers. Okay, now you see how the little stems come down? You can actually break these apart and take the bigger ones to the side, and then you can cut through the little stalks I'm going to use a smaller knife because I don't need the bigger one anymore. Go in and just cut these apart. I like bite-sized pieces. I don't like giant pieces because I have a small mouth, and sometimes I can't even get the food in my mouth because it's too big. So I'm going to go ahead and break these apart, and I'll be back. Okay, now we've got the cauliflower all cut up into bite-sized pieces. And I'm going to take the onions that I cut up, and it's half of a red onion that's been sliced. And this is what comes out when you slice it. And so I'm going to put those in there. What we're going to do is start the marination on the cauliflower and the onions. Now, in the dressing, I did not add any salt because there's salt in that packet. So what I'm going to do is start out putting this in the salad, stir it up again, and then we're going to put it all over the top. Now I prefer red wine vinegar because it has a sweeter taste to it. And what I'm going to do is I'll use the big spoon. Start mixing this up so that the vegetables can start marinating, especially the cauliflower. We want that dressing to go down in the crevices on the cauliflower. Mix that up and get it going. Okay, let it sit there for a few seconds or about 30 minutes if you have to take care of something else. Now, what I did is I have about 12 cherry tomatoes. You can use the grape tomatoes, the little ones in your grocery store. And then I added one small jalapeno. So I'm going to put that in here now. And then what I have is a couple of pepperoncinis. I guess they're called pepperoncinis, but I just call them pepperoncinis. And I have some green olives. I'm going to put those in there. Next, I have a small jar of artichoke hearts that are not marinated. And they're small, so I don't have to cut them up. They come in either jars or cans in your grocery store. And so that's what they look like. And then I have some pepperonis. Now you can use salami, but I prefer the pepperonis. And what I did is I bought the small ones so I don't have to cut any up. But if you get the bigger ones, you can cut them in fourths and put them in here. And I'm not measuring anything too much. I'm just putting it in. And this is Hormel pepperoni, small pepperonis. Next I have the mozzarella bows. But what happens is in my grocery store is I wanted some of these small mozzarella balls. And I couldn't find them, and we looked, and they were over in the deli where the rest of the cheese was on the other side of the grocery store, and that was your hard cheeses. But this is a soft cheese. Usually it comes in a container with water in it, or it can also come in a container with marination on it. I just bought these. That's all I could find. And these are like a kid's snack in their lunch box, or if you're going to work and you want something to pick you up and fill you up. The pepperoni balls are fresh, and I cut them in half, depending on the size you want. And
cheese ball.
Cheese. What did I say?
Pepperoni.
Oh, duh. Cheese balls. Okay. So next I have, mine came in a package like this, but they are singly wrapped. And next of all, I have the Oh, I don't have anything else. Okay, so let me get this stirred up. And I can see that the dressing's sticking to the cauliflower so far. And I'll be back after about 30 minutes. I'm going to soak this for a little bit. Okay, we've let our salad rest for a while and marinate. I'm so glad it's summertime because I got my herbs, and we go to Home Depot to get those. But anyway, this is basil, and you can get it for your summer, and you can have herbs for your recipes. And I'm just so glad that I can get them now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of the salad, put it on the plate. There we go. There we go. And next I want to take some of my basil, take a couple leaves off the plant, and I just take it and I kind of roll it up. And then I just start taking it, tearing it off. Because when you tear it off the plant, it releases the flavors of the basil or oregano. You can use oregano if you want. And then you put this on the top. And of course I'm going to put some pepper on mine. But this is really good. So let me take a test. And very good. Instructions will be down below. I'll leave an Italian dressing that you can make at home. Or you can use what I used. Or store-bought Italian dressing. And I always go for the zesty, because that's what I am. Thanks for coming. Appreciate you subscribing to my channel, and I'll see you next time. Love you.